25 words or less, the state of the world today. Um, well, maybe 2 words. We'll just start with the 2-word answer, and that would be sad, but hopeful. Maybe that's 3 words, including the but. To be more specific, we as a people, we as a race of humans, are very much driven and motivated by fear. And that seems to be the basic motivator, the basic underlying driver of our choices and what we do. And fear is a thing that in my techie speak, I'd say increases entropy. It creates more confusion. It tears down rather than builds up. Okay, and you can think of it as just a negative thing, and it is generally. With fear, it's all about self. What about me? What can I get? How can I hold it? How can I get what I want the way I want it? How can I have the people around me act the way I want them to act and feel the way I want them to feel? It's all about the individual trying to meet his needs, which is a fear-based sort of thing. And that is opposite to what I'd call a love-based thing, which is about other. It's not about the self, it's about other. How can I help? How can I be of service? What can I do for you? That sort of thing. It's a cooperative, caring sort of a mindset. But we tend to be, to a very large degree, fear-driven. Now, it doesn't mean that there isn't any of the love part in us. There is, and that's, of course, the hopeful part. The sad part is that we're mostly driven by fear. The hopeful part is that we seem to be growing up slowly from the fear concept to the love concept. But it's very slow. And this growth has been going on for, 10,000 years. And if you look at over 10,000 years, you can see that we've made some progress. It's not quite the rough and deadly place it used to be. There's some progress here. The way we treat each other, our cultures and so on have improved over some time. But it's a very slow, agonizing process. So the good news is that we're coming along. The better news is that now that we have moved into the information age, which I guess is akin to saying now that we have an internet, now that you and I can sit here and communicate like this that we couldn't have done 30 years ago, and then it'll go up on YouTube or wherever it ends up, and 10,000 people, 20,000, 100,000 people can see it over the years. That's new. And with that, I think we have an opportunity to increase that growth rate tremendously. Because now, instead of a lot of little, let's say, bubbles of enlightenment that pop up from time to time, and there's always those around us, they're around us now, these little bubbles of enlightenment, people who get it and understand, people that know that love is the answer. And they've been there also for 10,000 years. It's just they've always been isolated and in the margins. And if they try to expand, they basically get run over by the mob, by the masses who might want to talk that talk, but they can't walk that walk. So eventually it kind of gets diluted and goes away and becomes another good idea that didn't actually take hold in a large way. So I think those little bubbles of enlightenment are with us still, but they're all in the margins. None of them have actually captured the mainstream yet. And the probability that they will capture the mainstream, I think, has just gone up significantly because we're in the information age. Now we have an internet. Now all these little bubbles of enlightenment spread around the planet, and some are very old, can connect, can, help each other, can join forces instead of these little scattered things stuck in the margins where they're mostly ignored by the large masses of people.